If I could catch a falling star, tell me, will it ever reach me? Darkness makes it seem so far, even if it shines so brightly. Dreamers are we, restless but free, 'cause we're timeless, even in the silence. Mysteries are timeless. I'll never stop believing. Why then does it seem impossible when dreams are timeless? Timeless. If I could catch the silver moon as it shines across the water, I would bring the world to you, every mood and every color. Dreamers are we, restless but free, 'cause we're timeless, even in the silence. Mysteries are timeless. I'll never stop believing. Why then does it seem impossible when dreams are timeless? Timeless. Ah, 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 ah. Timeless, even in the silence. Mysteries are timeless. I'll never stop believing. Why then does it seem impossible when dreams are timeless? Timeless. Ah, 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 ah. They just don't have a lot of ways to get across.
I guess the first thing I would say is, just tell me a little bit about maybe when it started, when the dream started, when the idea started, and just kind of an introduction to it.
Sure, happy to. So, Phil Harberger Park opened in 2010, and the land had been a dairy farm. And when Phil Harberger was mayor of San Antonio, he was looking for land where he could create a park. San Antonio, he felt like, did not have enough park land. And this property came up for sale. And it's right in the heart of San Antonio, just in the middle of San Antonio's population. So again, the park is owned and operated by the city of San Antonio, and then I'm the director of the Phil Harberger Park Conservancy. We're the nonprofit that helps support the park. So we do that through funding education programs, and there's been different built projects in the park that we've supported. When it came to the land bridge, again, we raised money, and we funded the entire design process.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the design was near completion, while we were doing that, we were also working on building public support for it. Then the city took on a portion of it. It's a $23 million project. The Conservancy committed to raising $10 million. The other $13 million was provided by the city through a city bond project. So that went to the vote from the people.
Okay.
So both things are important: raising those private funds, generating public support, and then the public funding. For the funds that the Conservancy raised, we got grants from like Texas Park and Wildlife, from other foundations in San Antonio and up in Dallas, private donors, corporations. We really, we sent out one letter just to a long list of the general public and raised $50,000 from that. But just as important was then those people felt a buy-in, and when it did come up for a vote for the city to provide the funding, then they were invested emotionally and with their dollars they'd given, and supported it. So I think that having some kind of a public-private partnership is a terrific way to go. I think if you look at there is a Conservancy in Houston as well that has helped raise funds for what they're doing there. And I suspect if you look at some of the other major projects that are coming about now, that there will be a public and private component to those fundings.
So let's do something useful. Let's do something beneficial to everyone, and to bring back habitat and life. And we all know that the more green, the more we breathe. The more we breathe, the more we're healthy. So when you take out a tree, plant another one, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Just again, I had researched, I don't know about the design of this bridge, but I know that there's one called ARC, and I know they have it to where it's far cheaper. It's sustainable materials and such. It's far, far cheaper than the pillars alone that are made on some of these bridges. And wow. What I know is the bridges, the concrete that they create and all this is far more than that. During
his time as mayor, I think it's safe to say he really made creating public spaces a priority, and beautiful public spaces. You'll find the extension of the San Antonio Riverwalk from downtown up, goes all the way up to the zoo. It's called the Museum Reach. That was a project of his. He restored Main Plaza downtown. And so creating those beautiful public spaces was a priority for him. And so it was really his vision that pushed us to do this really big transformative project, as opposed to something, just small and utilitarian. Yeah. And so, yes, definitely his vision and his leadership that made it possible.
If you could see the sky I see, and there was nowhere else, sound of silence softly whispering. Let it dance around you now. Listen to the stillness in the sun. Close your eyes and take
Watauga Lake, Johnson City, Tennessee, on the border of North Carolina. You have the mountains and the lake. Of course, it's the 4th of July, so there's 100 people out there. This is the most beautiful thing I've just about ever seen.
I'll be right beside you. So let it go, just let it go. Let it go. Let it dance around you now. Listen to the stillness in
The Harmon Den Bridge is at exit 7 on I-40. So it's just, 7 miles across the Tennessee border. And it's actually in place now. So they've repaired the bridge over the course of the past couple of years, and they installed under the bridge passage for wildlife. And basically they took the steep slopes underneath the bridge where the road is, and it was full of riprap, big rocks. It's really hard for animals to get across. So they leveled them out, flattened it out, put down some fine gravel and sand, and made it more passable for wildlife. So now they no longer have to walk on the road underneath the bridge. They can pass on the benches underneath the bridge.
Okay,
And
that's a
then-
start, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then at the exit ramp, they also installed cattle guards. And the one part of the project that they haven't been able to finish because they ran out of funding is the fencing that would help funnel the animals along the road to the wildlife crossing. So we want to make sure that that's where they cross. So the fencing is an integral part of the project.
Some of the people in our entertainment industry, I know they care about things like this. Like, let's say somebody says, okay, I want to give to that specifically. Where would they go? What would they do to make sure that that's being given to, given to the exact project here? Because obviously the bridge, and you're speaking about Harmon Den, so we're talking about going 40 east from Nashville, exit 7, Harmon Den, and it's right now, I would say, somewhat of a tunnel passage underneath the overpass, and you want to build it out where there's that fencing so that they are able to pass under. I would think that you would need funding for some native plants and stuff, and then some fencing.
Yes.
So where can they go, to donate and get this to happen until you get the federal, state, and the infrastructure fund in place?
I'm really glad that you asked. And that's exactly why we set up the Safe Passage Fund Coalition, which is a smaller subset of 7 different organizations that are part of the larger collaborative. So if you go to that website, smokysafepassage.org, you can make a gift on the website, or you can get in touch with one of us there. And the funding that we raise goes toward filling some of the gaps like this, like fencing. And there are many overpasses and underpasses and land bridges for Florida black bear, for alligators, for Florida panthers. So, it is being done elsewhere. Now is the perfect opportunity to do it because of the federal infrastructure bill. This is the time. This is the time.
Yes.
Everybody needs to get on board and do what they can do. I can be reached by email at tdavids, that's DAV, ids@defenders.org.
Go to the website, get the book, donate, do everything you can. Tell people, tell your local government, even the county commissioners, you know, anybody.
Set up a presentation. We'd be happy to have somebody come out and do a presentation for your civic organization or your local government. Happy to do that.
Yes. So I myself am pledging to put some things in touch because I care about these beautiful creatures. And I'll tell you, lastly, and I hope I included everything that was, I think I hit the high points, but when I see a family of deer and they want their, you know, they send a scout, and it just breaks me up. Like I stop traffic. I literally will stop it. And I don't care who's honking at me. I'll stop it. I'll either, you know, tell them to go back, or, you know, I've let them pass through before and really just literally stopped it. So we need to see these more, you know, we need to see these bridges, these underpasses, any kind of safe passage for them crop up everywhere is what I pray. And in my lifetime, if I'm responsible for any part of that, that will make my life complete.
Well, I so appreciate the energy and the passion that you have for this issue. And I'm so glad that you're on our side, on our team. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take documentary films like this. It's going to take people just, you know, talking to other people and getting them excited and engaged. And so I really appreciate you doing this.
People hear about it, and people hear about what's happening, and more, you know, the more people hear about this, the better.
Yep.
I hope many people do videos, not just me, but many people. I encourage, you know, anybody to do YouTube shorts, to do anything they can, like get it out there, make it go viral, you know.
Indeed.
Make something good go viral for a change.
Make something good, something meaningful.
Yes. Amen.
Yep.
Proverbs 12:10, whoever is righteous has regard for the life of animals. You are the answer when I need a sign. You are the reason I am alive inside. You are the light. You are my wind if I cannot breathe. I'm at the end and you're my beginning. I believe your love is like the sun shining through the clouds, always with me now. Your touch is like the rain to the driest ground, always with me now. If all the walls fall and I'm afraid, you're right here with me. I know you'll keep me safe. I'll be okay. You'll never let go, no matter what. Never alone, and you're the only one I'm counting on. You into your arms, and that's where I'll stay, wherever you are, wherever you are. Your love is like the sun, shining through the clouds, always with me now. Your touch is like the rain to the driest ground, always with me now. Your love is like the sun, shining through the clouds, always with me now. Your touch is like the rain to the driest ground, always with me now.